May art follow art. May I please call upon stage Bijon Shaha. Bijon is an engineering and management professional who specializes in and provides guidance to industrial and other organizations in the areas of quality technologies and quality management, environment management, information technology, and he also delivers public lectures at places like International Center, MOG, RotaryClub, XCHR on Transactional Analysis, Optical Illusions, Esperanto, environmental management, green buildings, and green energy. He enjoys poems from all over the world by reciting them in their original languages. He writes his own poems in English. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bijon Shaha.
Good evening, everybody. So far, we have seen most of the presentations are about health and about food. Now, for a change, it is about environment. And it's not an ordinary problem. This is a biggest environmental disaster which has taken place during the last century, that is 20th century. And you can say also it is the biggest environmental disaster which had taken place in the entire human history. These are some general disclaimers about some of the images. Now the title of the poem is called A Sea Dies of Thirst. I got the inspiration of the title from a poem by Mahmoud Darwish, who is the national poet of Palestine. But my poem is totally different in the content as well as the style. This poem is, and also the Mahmoud's poem was mainly about, it had a political message. And this, my particular program is about environmental message. And now, this is about RLC. The poem is about RLC, and some of you who are not familiar about this disaster of the RLC, I've got a few slides to explain what had happened in the RLC. RLC is a place between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, and it was a part of Soviet Union in the 1960s. And they decided at that time to actually it was failed. It's an inland sea. It is a saltwater sea, but inland sea. That means it was not connected to any other ocean. And it was fed by two rivers. The name of the rivers was Amu Darya and Sea Darya. Darya in the local language means river. And Aral Sea, it was a sea. It's about 68,000 kilometers square. And it had many islands. Aral means islands. About 1,100 islands were there. And this is, if you look at the NASA picture, NASA picture, 1989 and 2014. You see the water, if you see the water, all the water has completely disappeared and the entire sea has become now completely desert. In 1989, it was still called Aral Sea. But now, after 2014, they found that there is no use in calling it as a sea because it has become a desert. So they promptly changed the name and they called it Arakan Desert. So if you look at this, this is a painting from the 19th century. This is how idyllic, how romantic that sea was. But then, if you look at today, you see, this is what it looks like today. It is a desert. And it is a graveyard of the ships. It's a cemetery of the ships. And this place is in Uzbekistan. It is called Muinak. And here if you see, now what was sea, now today has become desert. And these are the ships of the desert, and this was the sheep of the sea. They are meeting together. But this is not the end of it, because in some places these camels also die out because of the high salt content of the shrubs which camel eat, and there is also a lot of pesticides which have come. The camels also die out. Now, I have combined this historical fact of the reality with some imagination, and the imagination is from the mythology. That is a Greco-Roman mythology. You know what is the name of this god? He is called Poseidon in Greece and Neptune in Rome. They're the same god, and he is depicted always with a trident. Now, you will find many of the cities, you will see this is a statue in Rome. This is another depiction of Poseidon or Neptune. We can call him Neptune. And he is also shown normally with a dolphin, and he is also sometimes carried by a chariot of dolphins. But most important thing is about this trident. This trident is his weapon with which he will rule his kingdom. His kingdom is the kingdom of the water. He was one of the 12 Olympian gods, and this is an enormous one. If you see this one, if you want to shift even a few inches, you will require the biggest crane in the world to shift. So, and one important thing is that normally he was the protector of the seafarers, and he was also the protector of the people who respected his water kingdom. But if anybody disturbed his water kingdom, he will get very annoyed, and what he will do is that he will take his trident and hit the ground. And immediately what will happen, the moment he hits the ground, immediately there will be earthquake, there will be tsunami, there will be cyclone, there will be hurricane, and millions of the people will die. So he was a very dangerous god also, and nobody will try to meddle with his kingdom. So here he is about to hit the ground. So now what we'll do is I have also used a word that the people who are responsible for this environmental disaster, to indicate that I have used the term smart Homo sapien. Now Homo sapien, we know that we are the species of the human species. There are many human species, most of them have died out, and we are the only one which is extant. And Homo sapien literally means a wise human being. But that was the term which was coined in the 18th century, which meant how wise we are. But I have also used the word smart. The smart has got some kind of dishonest connotation. Because when you say that he is outsmarting you or he is oversmart, the word smart is not synonymous with intelligent or wise. So I'll be using the word smart Homo sapien. He is one of the characters of my poem. The poem is The Sea Dies of Thirst, a vast inland sea dotted with 1,100 islands, an amazing wonder from the time immemorial. Two sibling rivers, Amu Darya and Sid Darya, flow cheerfully and ceaselessly to feed her with the waters of distant mountains, painting her shores lush and verdant. Wind and waves sing and dance to resonate lives. Boats and ships carry fish, catch fish, carry goods, ferry people on this Neptune's azure kingdom. Hijack the rivers, kidnap their waters, orders the smart Homo sapien. Make them slaves, let them work in our deserts. Like genie's magic, our deserts will pop out real rice, real cotton, real fruit, real vegetable. But then the sea begins to tremble and recede. Seashores shrink, seabed surface, seabirds drop dead. the desert monster arrives to suck out the last few drops of water. Neptune vanishes, leaving his gigantic trident behind. No time even to bid farewell. Quick and inglorious was the sad demise. RLC died of suffocation, perished in thirst. Now half buried in the desert sands lie the carcasses of boats, ships, anchors, and the gigantic trident. Reappears the smart Homo sapien, now riding on a camel in the desert, which only yesterday was the vast expanse of blue seawater. Noticing the trident, where is the smart Homo sapien? Whose trident is it? Neptune's, Poseidon's? Let's steal it and recycle it still, decides the smart Homo sapien. It's time to claim our glory and fame by pretending to heal with recycled steel this ailing, suffering, dying, sad blue planet, announces the smart Homo sapien to the thundering applause of fellow Homo sapiens. So that was the, and you might have seen also, this Homo sapien is not very wise man. He doesn't know also how to pronounce Neptune. He says Neptune, and for Poseidon he says Poseidon, because he is not a this thing. So the man who coined the term Homo sapien, now it looks like an irony. It looks like a joke. So that's why I had to use the word smart before them, because the smart neutralizes something which was there in the original one. So that was the poem. And normally I had tried to find out in the internet, most of the poems written about environment are for the kids. Not use plastic, not use this. But I wanted to do something, and I got the inspiration by reading the Palestinian poem and wrote this poem. Thank you very much.